And I know you guys are excited, and it's about you this morning. It's not about me or anyone here. It's about you. We're here to celebrate your accomplishments, your willingness to just stay in school and do the best you can do, the best student you can be. But I have to remind you, sometimes as a pastor, I have to tell you, you're not here by chance, but by God's choosing. His hand formed you and made you the person you are. He compares you to no one else. You are one of a kind. You lack nothing that His grace can give you. He's allowed you to be here at this time in history to fulfill His purpose for this generation, for your generation. And people always say you are the future, but you are right now. And I want you young folks to know that. And what you've gone through is, it's been tremendous. But you have a ways to go, but we want you to hang in there. We truly want you to hang in there. Because as one of the leaders of Enough is Enough, I am tired of negative things taking you away from us before you pursue your dream or your God-given talent. Enough of killing each other, enough robbing, enough stealing, enough dropping out of school. All of these things are designed to take you out before you finish. But you will finish. And it may not be easy. Let me connect something that you might understand. Tupac said, get this now, don't wipe him off. Tupac said he was a rose that grew out of cement. Do y'all know what cement? Like the sidewalk out there? Roses shouldn't grow through cement. Roses should grow in flower beds, rose gardens. But Tupac said some of us have to grow in a difficult situation. I want you to know, young people, where you're from and what you have to go through does not mean who you are. You are better than where you come from. So don't let where you come from determine your destiny. If you have to grow through cement, grow. Grow through the cement. Because you know what? While you're growing under the cement, God has set a crack in the cement. So when you get tired, God will let you come through the crack in the cement. Because you decided to hang in there and endure whatever you had to endure in order to bloom. And your season is coming. Your season is today. You're blooming right now. Your parents and your family and friends are so proud of you and what you've done, and we can't stop here. Parents, can I say to you, we get excited K through 6, but they're going to another level now. And if you thought they needed you in K through 6, they need you 7 through college. And that support has to stay there. Just like you're here today, when they go on to their next school and go on to their high grade, you stay involved and get involved and watch your rose bloom. Don't let somebody else raise your flower. You need to be responsible for raising, pruning your own flower, fertilizing them with your own words. Are y'all hear me? If you don't speak life to them, then somebody out there will speak a different life for them. I want to talk to the parents as well as the children, because the children can only excel as far as you push them and get behind them. But I refuse today to accept what society says about our young people. I believe that they can and will excel. I believe in them. I believe that God has a purpose for their life, and each one is destined for greatness. I believe that. I saw something that was so great this past weekend at Morehouse College in Atlanta. I saw about 600 young males graduate from college. And I'm sure along the line somebody gave up on one of them. But one young man from Los Angeles, California, had been in trouble with the law. And he was headed to prison. Instead of prison, he ended up at Morehouse College. They said he wouldn't amount to nothing because he was from LA. He was from a bad neighborhood. But guess what? He's one of the premier students at Morehouse College, and he made it. Don't let people talk you down from your destiny. Whatever you desire in your heart, dream it. God will bring your desires to pass. I know, just last night, a man asked me something about what I desire. I said, you know, I've had so many great experiences in my life. I would just like to shake the hand of the sitting president. I've been in the room with President Bush, but I haven't been able to touch him. And I said, I want to touch this man's hand. Guess what this man turned out to be? He's the point man for President Barack Obama for the state of Alabama, and been to the White House for the last 2 terms. Now, I spoke what I desired, but I didn't know what I was going to get back. See, sometimes you got to speak life to your situation, and you never know who's listening to you to help you fulfill your dream. Please, listen to your parents. They are connected. They may not be internet, Google, 4G savvy, but they know about life. And so you guys got to listen and take heed so that, you know, because let me tell y'all something. The one thing that I found out is you got to make sure that your children are eating your diet. In other words, you feed them from your house with your morals, with your purposes. You feed them. Don't let your children come home acting like they've been eating on a strange diet. If they're talking stuff that you didn't feed them, then you need to get in there and find out what happened to the diet that I laid out for you. Don't just let it happen. Get in there. If your child is talking some stuff they shouldn't be talking, get in there and change their diet. And when you change their diet, you put them back on track for destiny. Because enough is enough. We got to stop it now. Our children will live. Prison is not their purpose. Gang banging is not their purpose. Dropping out of school is not their purpose. It is not their purpose, and we refuse to let them live on that diet. We say to you, you will live. You will prosper. You will excel. And whatever God has for you, you will fulfill it. Because we're speaking life to you. And we want you to know, as you go into junior high and middle school, we want you to know that it's time for you to step up and be the very best you can be. If they don't want to hang with you, that's fine. Hang with God. That's what you do. Hang with God, and everything else will line up in your life. I'm not going to stay here long. You know I'm a preacher, and I can probably preach. We have 2 speakers, so I don't want to take up all the time, but I'm glad to be here to tell you that you do have a hope, you do have a future, you do have a destiny, and it does not stop in 6th grade. You got to pursue your future, get your mind focused, and stay focused no matter what. Don't be a part of statistics. Tell folk that where I am doesn't determine who I am. Can I tell you a little bit of something? Also, as you grow older, in God now, let me tell you about a guy named Paul in the Bible. He was in prison, and he was writing letters to other churches while he was in prison. And you know what? He was in prison, but prison did not determine who he was. He was still Paul. And then there was another gentleman named Joseph, whose brothers sold him into slavery. And Joseph, a while, the Lord allowed Joseph to be second in command in a strange country. Listen to me carefully now. His brothers, after they recognized who he was, and he told them who he was, and they tried to kill him, their own brother. But guess what? Joseph said to them, because they thought Joseph would be very angry with them for what he had done to them. Joseph said, you know what? You meant it for bad, but God meant it for good. Now this is a good thing that I find about Joseph. He said, but is a conjunction. Did y'all learn that? But is a conjunction. When I was a child, we learned conjunction by saying conjunction, junction, what's your function? And we found out that when there was a conjunction, it canceled the last part, cancel out the first part. Let me give you an example. I was sick, but God. I was a little weary, but God. See, you got but there. So no matter what folks say about your beginning, tell them there's a but. There's a conjunction added to your life. And what you shall be, I don't want to preach it here this morning. But children, always remember there's a conjunction. No matter how we get started, it's not important, but how we finish is very important. And I believe that you all are going to finish first. I believe that you're going to be the head of the class. You're going to be the people that we expect you to be, and you're going to fulfill your desires and dreams. I want to say to you, enough is enough of all the negative things. Now it's time for you to be positive, think positive, and do positive things, and make Alabama a greater place to live. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.